Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
stuff.
in New Jersey.
He was a lot
Like with
with his everything.
Oh.
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
That's Stella! Yeah!
Hi, I'm Alexis Fiorentino, coming to you on a Saturday from my new place that I currently live in with my roomies. I've been here for 3 months, and I'm loving it. I just went and met my friend Kathy Lamb, who I met through this amazing group, and we now have become great friends. And we met at one of my favorite wine tasting places in Clovis, California, that I often visit. And we met and enjoyed some wine tasting, great conversation, and enjoyed our Saturday. Now I'm back at my place, and I am enjoying a glass of wine of one of the tastings that we had. It was amazing and delicious. And now it is time for Uppy Uppy Uppy. Have a great week. Cheers.
Good morning, everybody. Our beautiful Alexis bringing in the morning. Hope she's feeling okay. Girl, we're loud only to realize I know. Carla, well, I started the week off, I believe, on a Thursday. So, I don't know. Jessica, glad you could be here. Guys, it's Friday. And I'm eating a breakfast that I made a week ago. No, it's Good Friday. So it's solemn. It's not a party. So we will not be talking about toast today. So, Oh, Tanya. Tanya got to go back to work. So you had the off the week before Easter? Yeah, Brian, you know when I got my paint pants on. Something's getting painted today. So it's Friday. Hopefully that means you're off today for Jesus. We're not. The only historical significance I know of today has nothing to do with toes. And everything to do with just Jesus. So don't ruin it. Yeah. The fella is ready for the one hook there. The what? What's that mean? Oh, I know, the one hook. I understand. I understand, Renee. Yeah, no, listen, I'm about to, you know what? I decided to put a proper top on. If I had a tank top on, it's not summer. If I had a tank top on, I'd basically be naked, and I don't even think I'd want you ladies here. So, yeah. It's real Friday today. It's Friday. So, it's a big deal. There's some fellows here working. That's a weird sound, right? I don't know what the people. You better get your face out of my breakfast. All right, now here's the thing. I decided to switch the look. Barb, I can't have men looking at me all the time. You know what I'm saying? And a tank top with a one hook off the shoulder, it's just, I don't need that kind of energy on Good Friday. I'm trying to get stuff done. You know what I'm saying? No, Melinda, it's the perfect day. It's what Jesus would want. Okay. Can we talk about something? Thank you, Tanya. Can we talk about something that I'm greatly conflicted about? I feel like I should be happy, inspired, but instead I feel icky. Tell me how you feel about it. Are you ready? All right. Let's get serious. We're not getting like light year serious because I know that was like a lot of math for you yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it because I wanted to bring something smart to the table. It set up a lot of people. We're not going to talk about what is a light year, and it's not buzz. I want to talk about the Blue Origin liftoff flight, 12 seconds in heaven. I don't know. I would love to hear what you think about it. Here's what I know. Here's how I experienced Blue Origin. With very little promotion or lead up until 2 days before. There was something about just a gaggle of women, 6 women were going to be heading to space. Now, it was like, this is exciting. We've never had an all-female astronaut team. They were like, okay. They're not all astronauts. And I was like, what? But it's the first time. They were like, oh no, definitely the first time, all-female crew. I'm like, so which one of them is like the driver, or which one of them is going to be working on technology? They're like, oh, well, no, they're not going to be learning anything. And they're not astronauts. And I was like, right, Santa? I was just like, and then when they were, so here's, okay, a girl showed up in my feed and she had this amazing story. There's a woman of Asian American descent who was on there. You don't know who she was. If you looked at that picture, you're like, I don't know which one it is, but that's the one I'm talking about. She was previously, she's a Harvard this and that. She was the smartest one on the thing. She was supposed to go to outer space. She had a horrible life experience that ended up like, if you can find her, I don't know her name. I started following her. Mm-hmm. She ended up being sexually assaulted and then becoming this force of nature for change for women, sexual assault. She's extraordinary on the flight. That's how I saw it because it came up on Instagram. And I was like, well, this lady's on it. Who are these other people that are on this? And then somebody was like, Katy Perry. I was like, you're funny. For real, who is it? They're like, Katy Perry. And I was like, what? And they were like, and Gail, what's her name? I said, Gail. Why? What? And then it was like, I heard the women didn't pay for it. They're part of publicity to get people interested in paying for a ride. Yeah. And then Kathy's like, you've already talked too much about it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about it because it was just a paid promotion. Gail King, thank you. And then, listen, I remember do you guys remember when we were younger, if there was a liftoff from Cape Canaveral, literally everything stopped at school. Everything stopped at school. They rolled in the TV, unhooked the cord, all right, plugged it in, got the weird antenna, and everybody said, learning stopped. And we all watched it. It was a marvel. And then this happened. I didn't know it happened. They went to edges of space. But here's the part that burned me up. I wasn't even going to say anything. Until the next day pictures of Katy Perry kissing the ground. And I was like, this bee was missing for 11 minutes. I've lost girlfriends longer for that at a club. Longer than 11. I'd be like, has anybody seen Sherry? I'd be like, I don't know. She went to the bathroom 12 minutes ago and no one's seen her. I have been missing my girlfriend in the club for longer than that, going to the bathroom. And Katy Perry, and she has never come back and kissed the ground and be like, whoo, wasn't that? I didn't think I was going to make it back. You were in the bathroom. I just was like, I can't. I just can't. And I was like, listen, if that's what you want to do, do you. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to get in your way. You got resources. I'm not going to be mad at you for having resources. Resource. Do whatever you want. It's you. But do not, here's the itch. Do not preface this as moving women forward in STEM. Girl, you want to move women forward with STEM. Do you need me? Yeah, no, you do you. It's all good. If you want to do some change in STEM, donate some money, start some programs, go to some schools, spend a couple afternoons with girls who really need and would love the opportunity to know. Yeah. GMA did airtime for it. Yeah. And then press conferences. And then if they talked about their outfits, I'm going to tell you something. I've seen a lot of astronauts. I've heard interviews with lots of astronauts. I've seen them take off. I've seen them come home and kiss the ground when they were stuck in space for a year longer than they were supposed to be. That made sense. That tracked. But none of them, not one of them, has ever said, I want to look glamorous for space. Let me get my hair did. And when they let it, the interviewer said, congratulations, you are an astronaut. Now, what are you saying? I just, it was too much. And then there was a whole thing with the door. Did you see the door? They were like, only Jeff Bezos can open the door. And then the door opened from the inside. And then they were like, shh, close it, here he comes. Too much for me. I wasn't even going to bring it up. I can't. I mean, listen, I don't fault the people. If somebody said to me, you want to go to space? I'd be like, all right, I'll go to space. But I think it's us pretending that this was anything more than a commercial for Bezos and him wanting to send rich people into outer space. Why don't we send a-holes to outer space? Because then we'd be like, I mean, what if they don't come back? I don't know. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. I'd be like, listen, we had to lose somebody. Right? I don't mind you doing it. You do you. It's your money. Just don't tell me that you're doing something good for the universe. Because here's the thing. You could have gone up there. Could have done some kind of research. Could have done something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I know. And then I don't know Bezos' fiance's name. Seems like a fine person. I'm not gonna do that. But there was a video of her pictures from, I don't know, 15 years ago, and she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. And then they show these pictures as she gets more and more work done in her face. And again, listen, you do you. But I just want to say that maybe because I'm getting older and just more of a fan of showing what women's faces really look like. They're not hideous. They're not. I've seen some wonderful looking older faces. I just think that just because you have the resources, like, I don't know, maybe I'll hit the lottery and have a crap ton of money, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it's not like they're hideous people before. You're like, you're so beautiful. You're beautiful. Why are people saying that? And I'm on my horse, my high horse. It's just, now you're just talking crazy. Do you play the lottery? Only if I go to like designer bag bingo or raffle or something, and they got a basket filled with lottery tickets, then I play the lottery. And I'm all about it. Anyway, Mega Millions is now $5 a ticket. Crazy. Happy Good Friday. I don't think you're allowed to say that, Cal. I don't think it's happy. I think you just let people and you go, Good Friday. Don't eat meat. I feel like you just go, don't eat meat. I think I just ate meat. I think there was sausage in there. Tricky trays. I don't know why they're called that, Diane. But get me a good tricky tray. I'm a girl. And here's me. I used to be let me ask you something. Because I got a strategy. Blessed Good Friday. If you go to, I know, Lorraine, I'm trying to, Jesus coming hot today over here. If you go to a tricky tray, what is your plan? Do you put one ticket in every basket or like certain baskets, or do you just dump all your tickets into one? Yes? All right, you guys stay here a second. Talk to each other. You said that's 36? Yeah, 36 inches off the table. Is the bottom of this. 34 inches off. Oh, 30. Oh, not 30. Yeah, 36 down. I got you. Right, I'm coming back. All right, I just learned something. So the boys are hanging. I would love to show it to you, but then you're going to see the whole room and it's not done yet. The boys are hanging. The boys are hanging the chandelier. It's not even a chandelier. You're going to love this. I love this light so much. And I tried to hang it myself. And then I realized I'm not an electrician. Now, when did I realize that? When I already took the other lamp down, turned off the light, had all the wires out, and had a drill in my hand. That's how long it took for me to remember I'm not an electrician. It's a slow process. So the boys just got here and they were just like, where do you want to hang? So we were just doing the height of the lamp. Now, I don't know if you know this, but your chandelier for your dining room is supposed to be 36 inches off the table, above the table, but it looks a little low to me. I said, that looks low. He goes, well, you could adjust it, but the minimum is 36 off the table. And I said, should we do 34? Just to bring it up a little? He was like, you mean 38 then? I go, no, 34. And then I just talked real dumb to the electricians. He's like, it's off the table. It's not off the ceiling. He said that 7 times. And I go, but I think it should be higher. He's like, it's coming off the table. You measure from the table up. 36. Interesting. Okay. So it was a whole thing. I'm always banging my head. Yeah. So we'll see. Now it was, thank you, Edward. That's what I said. I said, let's go 38 just from the thing. So listen, you're either going to hate the dining room or you're going to love it. It definitely has a more casual feel to it. Higher, lower. Yeah. But I did not know that that's how we hang lights. Yeah, just move in and renovate. Please come move in with me, said Kelly. Girl, you don't even know. I'm going to tell you, like, if you invite me to your house, from the moment I enter, I am thinking about lighting. Tina, do you drink lemonade anymore? If not, what's in your bottle? Great question, Marcia. I finally listened to Athena, and I've been buying bags and bags of lemons with her, which are approximately $1.89. Okay, here we go. All right, 38 was the answer. So this is just lemons and water. You know why? Because I was doing my lemonade and I had a wonderful life. But then I gave up sugar for Lent, and apparently lemonade is filled with sugar. So it was a very difficult transition. But now I actually look forward to this. My aunts do that. They come in and they say, did you ever think about, and then follow it up with a very expensive idea. Well, I think that here's the thing. When it comes to renovations, I think you have to think a lot about, is this your forever home? Are you staying here forever? Does your budget allow for a big renovation or just some slight, or balloons? And thank you, special effects. Yeah, no, Lucy, that's what I mean. And that's the thing, is that there are only, and I'm a big fan of opening spaces up. So like, and not, but being real specific about it. Carrie's like, I can afford balloons. Listen, you put balloons in a room, you don't even need to paint. Just decorate with balloons. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing is that you have to really think about the most important rooms are bathrooms and kitchens. And I have never, but I would, people would be like, I'm going to do my kitchen, it'd be like $80,000. I'm like, I don't even cook. Like, what? No. Mm-mm. I would never do it. But I said to Jay, but I'm my own GC. And I said to Jason, if you hired a real person, this would be ridiculous. But like I said, one of the contractors asked me the other day, he was like, so how did you get it? Oh, it was Mickey McNally. He's like, how'd you get into this? I said, Mickey, I've only had crappy houses. And when you have a crappy house and no money, you have to figure out how to talk to. The quote for our kitchen was $65,000. And you're like, what? You're just like, what are you talking about? No. But here, listen. If I had a construction company, it'd be called Walls and Floors. That's my philosophy. Walls and floors. If you don't have good walls and good floors, you got nothing. Mm-hmm. That's basically what I say, Renee. I'm like, do you know how much money I'm saving you? I say as I rip out walls. And yeah, yesterday was the day. I had a waterproof guy come in and talk about this carriage house. I think we need a French drain. It was a lot. Jason came into to my meeting with my contractor, saying a lot of stuff. Okay, here's me. Now I'm talking contractor. Here comes Jason with a lot of questions. Now, I wouldn't be upset about a lot of questions if he actually had any frame of reference for what he's asking. So now he's asking a whole lot of questions that I just asked. Here's my face. French drain, yeah. Do you know what French? Everybody knows what a French drain is, right? It speaks French, has an accent. No. French drain. Yeah, Judy, it's right here. Right there. That's part of it. I'll show it to you. Oh, you're going to see some pictures. There's a lot happening here. I don't know. He was feeling some kind of way yesterday. Seeing a lot of stuff. And finally I looked at him and I was like, I go, do you want me to gather all the information and then I can explain to you what your options are? But I did it with these eyes. And he said, I'm going to go in the house. And I said, okay. I dug my own French drain and hauled all the stones. I wasn't sure if it was not fun. Melanie, you got to come on over here. Mm-hmm. Melanie, if you can make your own French drain, that would be amazing. Mm-hmm. Bethany, who invited Bethany here? Listen, Bethany, I spent all day yesterday making a video and I think my head exploded. No, Tanya, I did. I gave him the eyes. I was like, do you want me to finish this? And then I can come and give you a full report when I've done my research. Girls, he was in a blazer. Coming home from work. Coming and talking to me and the contractor who barely have pants on. I said, these kinds of meetings don't happen when people have blazers on. What's a French drain? Okay. So a French drain would be in usually a basement or any place that where part of the house is underground, right? So some people have unfinished basements, but whether it's finished or unfinished, if you have a basement or anything where there's concrete or cement or anything up in the ground levels here, this whole wall is underground. Eventually, water is going to seep in through the sides You're going to get cracks. It messes with your foundation. Yes. And it's connected to a sump pump. So what they do is they put a big hole in the ground, a sump pump, and they put, so say this was your basement. This is your basement. They will build a trench on the inside of your basement called a French drain all the way around. So if water gets in, it flows through and down into this drain, then goes to this hole or sump pump. And then that pump takes that water and takes it out to the street. And so can be very expensive, but less expensive than when your house falls in or your foundation breaks. And if they do it on the outside of your house, which they can do, then that all has to be excavated. And then it's 4 times the price. So usually better to do it on the inside of the house. And so for like houses that like have a musty smell, it's a sub pump. No, it's a sump pump. Sump pump. Oh, I do have a French drain. Yeah, you probably do. If you have a basement and there's even a remotely high water table, put one in. It helps so much with the water leaking in. Yeah, no. All of the houses I've ever lived in have had a sump pump. Versus to the other freeway, even though it was expensive. Yeah, it's not cheap. We have a French drain and no sump pump. Well, maybe it's graded in a way that it just kind of. Why is it called French? I don't know. I don't know why it's called a French drain. Let's look it up. Why is it called a French drain? French drains are named after Henry Flagg French, a lawyer and agricultural enthusiast who developed the design in Massachusetts in 1859. Contrary to popular belief, French refers not to the country, but to Henry French's surname. Boom. Look at that. I have 2 sump pumps and a French drain. Yeah, I have a sump pump and a French drain for brown water, which is the washing machine and such. I sit in the hurricane can and get any flooding, I think, because my sump pump just did its job. Yeah. And like my mom has a sump pump at her house, but sometimes the pump would break. And if it breaks, it doesn't get pumped out of your house and it would flood. And so she had a backup sump pump put in. And there was this whole, it's the one thing about my mom's house that makes her crazy, because she has flooded that house on numerous occasions. They are right next to a creek, also known as, to normal people, a creek. But where we live, it's called a creek. And we have a sump pump and a battery backup sump pump. It's no joke. Water around here is no joke. And this is the educational part of Up Yep Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I always thought it was just a sump pump. No, a sump pump almost always will have a French drain because otherwise it's just a hole in the ground. Unless your whole thing is completely graded towards, which I don't know. But no, if you have a sump pump, I'd imagine you'd have a French drain because why would you have a hole in your basement? Yeah. We do have a menu planned. I read you the text from my mom. We'll have ham and we'll have this and we'll have this and I go, great, you do that. I'll bring the episodes. So tell me what you think about this. Janice, this is a good question. When we were younger, my mom and my grandma would spend a week prepping for Easter. And it was a beautiful thing. And my sisters and I didn't do anything. We would just show up and it would be Easter and it would be magical. And you'd be like, who are these magical bunnies that come and prepare all this food? Their bunnies' names were Diana and Irene. Well, Irene passed and now it's my mom. And it's exhausting. And I don't know why they didn't tell people that it was exhausting and made like it was fun, but it's exhausting. And so when my kids were younger, worked my butt off, right, Ollie? When my kids were younger, I wanted them to have this beautiful, magical Easter. But I also wanted them to be realistic about the amount of time and energy that goes into doing this. So probably when they were teenagers, I said to them, I'm going to do the ham, or I never did ham. I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. Grandmom's doing the ham. Each of you have to make something. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you have to show up. You have to come here early and be a part of planning. Mm-hmm. And so I sent out a text the other day. Hold on. Diane and I finally did get together and put together our Easter plan. So Diana's got to bring the table, the paper products, the ham, the cornbread, the eggs, and the silverware. She's still light part of the thing, the table, the food, and the eating utensils. Joe is coming. His daughter Eileen is coming. Eileen's doing the mashed potatoes and the pecan pie. Jacqueline, deviled eggs. That's what she got assigned. Dean, corn casserole. Brooke, she's got to do the corn and cream corn, and she'll probably set up the party. That's her job, is to set up. I'm in charge of 2 key lime pies and string beans almondine. Jason's got to make the ham. And so do you, have you started incorporating your children into like making things for the holidays? And I mean like teenage children. I think it's really important because when I sent this text, a lot of corn. I did think it was heavy on the corn, but this is what Diana wants. My brother-in-law's bringing some boiled crawfish. Mm-hmm. Across the border, Kathy. Diana's got to bring it across the border. And she can't forget her passport. Mm-hmm. I'm making Jeanette's, we made seafood artichoke hot dip. My niece is the bartender at all events. Mm-hmm. My kids are excited to bring their favorite dishes. Good. As Italians and Catholics, do you do lamb? We do. My mom used to host, and now we took it, and we're threatened if we don't make lamb. No, we've never done lamb. Mm-hmm. And our boys. Mm-hmm. And our boys. Nice and quiet. That sounds nice. My sons would heat up pizza. My adult sons help my prep. They know I need help. Good. No, Christine, it's not too late to tell your 19-year-old just to make something. It's the perfect time. And that's what I do. Like, I'll go buy all the ingredients. I'll be like, this is what you do. And it's really funny because we all get into the same room and everybody's working around the islands and fighting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lamb of God. Sacrifice of the lamb. So we do the lamb. Okay. I'm gonna attempt making a ham this year. Lori, you gotta find out how Diana does this ham. She does the pineapples, the cherries. I think she might do soda. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm doing about my baggy pan got ticked that I shoved the hose back on his side and I schooled him about leading out to the street. Tracy, that's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Oh, Marie, just go out to eat then. Yeah. Going to my son's place and was told, just bring myself. They got it covered. Oh, that's nice. I have 2 children, 45, 47. My son comes already prep the food. My daughter shows up to eat. The only time I won't have to cook is when I go to the nursing home. Mm-hmm. I love fighting. I mean, cooking with my sisters. Since I'm no longer hosting Easter, my sister and I will do an adjustment. Shakendra, what's happening? It's like whiplash over there. 2 days ago, you were hosting Easter. What? My son is an altar server, and we did Holy Thursday's Mass last night, and the whole house smells of incense. That's so nice. Yeah, no, I think it'll be a nice day. It'll be a nice day. But I did say to the kids, I'm like, do not come here planning on doing nothing. You have to come here. Mm-hmm. Shikendra. Does anyone know if you can freeze a ham? I think so. I'm taking strawberry rhubarb pie to my brother's. Chris, it should be on. She's looking for the breakfast bake. That's what I just ate this morning. So good. It should be because we made it on Voila. So it should be on if you go to the store, One Funny Mother store, and hit Voila recipes, it should be there. If you can't find it, just email us. Email me at dina@dinablizzard.com. I'll see if I can find it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, say everybody said freeze ham. But actually, the original I'm supposed to host Mother's Day, girl. Girl, you're not hosting Mother's Day. Girl, stop. It's just, I don't want you to go cleaning your house, buying balloons. Who buys balloons on Mother's Day? More than helping with the meal. Okay. My daughter will clean the house and do cleanup after the meal. All right, that's fair. I gave up alcohol for lunch, so I'll be drunk. Mm-hmm. That's all right, Rebecca. Sometimes you have to phone it in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's nice. We buy ham once after Easter and have it on the 4th of July. I learned on this show that if they don't say bring anything, then don't bring anything. My mom can't get the concept, though. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. But I got to do some painting today. My friend Rosie's coming over today to visit. So there's a lot. There's a lot between now and Sunday. I can't wait to hear how everybody did on Monday morning. We're doing Easter brunch instead of dinner. Okay. That'll be nice. And this will be kind of our first get-together. Well, we had a small get-together at Christmas on New Year's. But this will be the first time that it'll be. Yeah. So, that'll be nice. Mm-hmm. We're doing brunch at my daughter's, and all I have to bring is bacon. Melissa, that sounds like a great party. Mm-hmm. Tracy, that's nice too. Listen, an Easter going out is also perfection. Mm-hmm. And we'll watch a movie. Mm-hmm. This has been but yourself. She should know me better. I go nowhere without bringing something. I know. Jesus is the reason, said Mia. Out of the 30 that come, 25 grown-ups over there, only 5 bring food. Ridiculous. See, Stephanie, I don't understand that. There's somewhere between 16, 15 and 17, somewhere in there. And that's not my sisters. No, my sisters were both down for Di's birthday. So I don't think we get together again until May or something. Mm-hmm. So, so it should be nice, and it should be. Listen, try to enjoy. I'm trying my best to enjoy this weather because it's like nice. It's like shirt nice, but it's not tank top nice. And then like all of a sudden it's going to be 90 degrees. You know what I'm talking about? There'll be like 2 days where you're like, this is really beautiful. Okay, it's over. Now I can't breathe. Turn the air conditioner on. And Brooke has already said, so Brooke's on the 3rd floor, kind of in the attic. There's like these cool rooms. And she was like, what's the plan? Because we don't have air conditioning. We have like units. She was like, what's the situation with air conditioning here? And I said, yeah, I don't, I said, there's window unit. She goes, okay, so I'll get a window unit. I go, well, you have really tiny windows. So I'm not sure. So we'll see. Yeah, it's going to get real ugly. It's all the same day, Carrie. Exactly. Yeah, Florida spring only lasts a week. Ours is like an hour. Yeah. I know, Lorene. She's going to be like, Grandma's house is really nice. Yeah. So, but it's nice. I got to get there. Andrea, I brought your little stack thing over. And I got to go get some, Andrea, maybe one day you can come over and we can do the flowers on the patio. Cause I gotta have a day. I have like 2 big planters and I got to get some trees for it. And then I want to put maybe some basil in some, or like some strawberries. What's the holiday where you whack your crush's crotch on Monday? Suzanne, thanks for remembering. It's called, hold on. I know you guys know it. It's a funny name. Remember, my mom hit my dad in the crotch with pussy willows. It starts with a D. A D? Dingus Day. It's Dingus Day. And just so we're clear, Dingus Day is the Monday after Easter. And the idea was that there are parades for Dingus Day, big parades. And in the parade, you would walk through the parade with a pussy willow. And in the thing, it said, and then when you are in the parade, you gently tap your crush. And that's how you let them know that you kind of like them. Well, Diana read it. And she says, now this says you get a pussy willow and you hit them in the crotch. I go, I'm going to need you to read it. No, it says right here, you're going to hit them in the crotch. I said, that says crush. You hit your crush. She goes, in the crotch? And I said, no. You just made this a lot dirtier. Yeah. And we still have that picture. And I still remember saying to my dad, I was like, Dad, I need you to come outside for a picture. He goes, all right. He never asks a question. Okay, let's go. And I said, all right, now, Dad, I need you to put your hands up like this. He's like, the hell am I going to do that for? I go, just do it. I said, now Mom's going to pretend to hit you in the crotch. He looked confused for like a second. He was like, all right, come on, let's just do it. I got to get back. The game's on. He didn't care. I was like, come on, let's do it. The game's on. I got to go. And that's really how all the best pictures are taken. He knew better than to ask a question. So Dingus Day is coming up. Get yourself some pussy willows. Get them. So, yeah. Meredith, I don't even know. People say it all the time. They're like, I love when you use your mom's voice. I don't even hear it. I think because that's how she sounds all the time, that I don't even know that I go into her voice. I can't do her voice without doing that. So it's weird to me. How you doing? Good. We had a lot of discussions about where everybody's first kiss was yesterday. After you told everybody that your first kiss was at the roller skating rink.
You told her.
No, you told everybody. We were live and you said it.
I told you.
So where was your first kiss? Because first you said it was at the roller skating rink. Oh, okay. You keep it private. Do you know what Monday is?
Monday?
The Monday after Easter.
Day after Easter.
It's called Dingus Day.
What's that?
That's when you get pussy willows and you find somebody you like and you hit them in the crotch with your pussy willow.
Where do we get a pussy?
He didn't even flinch. He was like, all right, where do we go get pussy willows? Didn't even. Listen, you try this. You pick up some pussy willows. Tell a loved one, listen, today's Dingus Day. And I got you a pussy willow and you're supposed to hit somebody you love in the crotch. If they go, what? They're not for you. But if they go, okay, you ready? He didn't, Brenda. He just went.
Well, my God,
okay.
Always be. You want that low? It looks like it like this level.
Jeez, and wait. Everybody talk to each other. Wait, that was lower before.
Well, no, you said it just right. It's okay. Below your head.
All right. So first I need a crush, then I can worry about pussy willows. Yeah, Carrie, he doesn't even. Why pussy willows are part of the tradition? The most common practice for men and women to engage in water fights equally. That's so funny. Mm-hmm. He'd ask, he goes, now after I hit you in the crotch, what happens? Listen, it's a Monday. Not a lot. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to take some pussy willows to see. Listen, the smart thing, Shikendra, would be to get yourself some overalls. Okay? Head to a Wawa. Get your pussy willows. Hang out in the parking lot. Am I wrong? Just based on what we've learned on this show. Mm-hmm. No, nothing seems to surprise Jason. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anywho. Well, listen. I can't wait to see who goes out and get pussy willows. I'm gonna put that on my list. I'm gonna make Rosie. What, a pine branch brook? No. Listen. Get yourself the pussy willows. You don't know. Rose, listen. So, sometimes you got to step away from the desk and you guys talk to each other. Okay, there's a lot happening here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hang out holding the door at the Wawa and just randomly hit people on their way and be, hey, what's your name? Bob? Hey. Happy Dingus Day. Yeah, no. Yeah, Kendra, I can't. What is it? You can bring a horse to water. I mean, I don't know what else to do for you. I've literally mapped it out. Do you want me to send you overall? Like, I don't know how else to help you. I have fake pussy willows. I don't know. I think pussy willows are already fake. I don't even know where they grow. I don't think they're real. So I don't know what to tell you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway. She should already know that, Suzanne. All right, everybody. Well, listen. We had a great day. Yeah, just send me to the Wawa. I'll take care of the rest. Yeah. What's your name? Which bedtime? You're good to go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm here to help. They grow in the crick. Exactly. I saw pussy willows at the grocery store yesterday. 3 for $5. That's all you need. $5. Mm-hmm. We had a pussy willow bush growing up. Pussy willows are grown at Trader Joe's. Do they have them at Trader Joe's? I don't Because we go on the side of the highway. Therese, you need to send us also. So funny. All right. They grow on willow trees. I don't think we have any. I've never seen like pussy willows in the wild. Don't put pussy willows in water. They'll last longer. Yeah, look at that. I gotta find some. All right, everybody. Well, listen, you had a great day this Good Friday. Now, the rest of the day is very solemn. All right. Around 3 o'clock. I think between 12 and 3 is supposed to be quiet time. That's when you head to Wawa with your pussy willow. But listen, I hope you have a great holiday and a great weekend. However that looks, whether it's quiet, whether you're heading out for a nice dinner, family and friends, you got a big house full of people, whatever it looks like for you. I hope it's lovely and relaxing and filled with yummy food. And and Dingus Day, be right here Monday morning. Pussy Willow's ready to go. I will have crotches lined up and we'll do it together. So that's it, everybody. So like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrea say, go find a crotch. Go find a crotch. Judy says it all the time. And I'm like, Judy, take it down. She's like, I got to find a crotch to hit. I thought it was weird, but because it wasn't Dingus Day. But that's it, everybody. So thanks for watching.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed...
I wasn't ready. Thanks for watching as always. Have a great day and a blessed day, and I will see you on Dingus Day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow